Matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 23-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's got his man, Gates. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside. The 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 3rd down, they go with Irvin. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 19-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Hey.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
When you look at this defense, they've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Get it. Ready.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19. Come on. Hey.
Operating from the gun, McLean. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Cut 19. 70 Rangers.
Back to throw. McLean. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage. So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight, 18 rattle, 18 rattle. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Austin. And they snap him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20.
It's 4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Caught by Gates, left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. Bust through the tackle. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Ravens sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
It's a 11. It's another Baltimore first down. 1st and goal.
Jackson now. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Number 16.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Hold on, ready? Hey, middle.
A shotgun handoff here to Irvin. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. At their own 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
To throw is Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
No, we changed it.
50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Oh, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
180! Finish it! 180! Finish it!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with career touchdown number 60. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
It's hot! It's hot! It's hot!
Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And the Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 9.
Now it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Steelers 10. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Sheds off the tackle. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
33-yard line.
On the set.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Here's Johnson again on second down. Now inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-17.
17.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds but not before he's inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
You gotta make a move. Number 88. You gotta make a habit. A gain of 2. Brings up
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Report. What it is?
A run up the middle with Irving. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
13. Hey, report.
They run out of the gun with Irving. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Jackson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. Will try and do this himself. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Go. Hey.
Irving will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Ready? 70 Lions, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Operating from the gun, McLean. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one down the field for Freiermuth. And this throw will be intercepted. Across midfield. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Stand over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Reload, back to 60, back to 60.
Again, it's Johnson. Pushes him over. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 199 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ready?
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Now look, pass up.
Warren will try the right side. And he's got it to about the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? And the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
Give up the middle to Johnson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football and keep playing their game.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score. Ravens 48, Steelers 24. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 24-yard
Jackson going to keep it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. It feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Mitchell will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. This time Jackson will throw it. Caught on a slant. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Oh, they'll run the option right. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Across the formation, he hits Austin. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off-play action. McLean. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Got it.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Travis Jones makes a tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, McLean. For left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this down inside the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players who somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, Dragon 60, 79 Broncos, go!
Operating from the gun, McLean. This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf. 32 yards. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
31, Ravens 28. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On the handoff, this is Irvin. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Mitchell now off the option. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's a handoff to Irvin. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
They're trying some people crazy see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
Hey, come on. Right shot. Let's go. Get hot. Let's go. Get hot.
Jackson to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
This is 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19.
Off the play fake. McLean. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Back on 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Rebel. 18 Rats. Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun. McClain. That's the Freiermuth. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 tight. That's 60 in. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Here we go. Trap 79 Broncos.
From the gun on 3rd down, McClain. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And a good effort on the return there. It gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Hey, report. Report. Cut.
They'll run. This is Urban. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Sit on. Ready. Middle. Sit on.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
3rd down and 10.
Nice shot. No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown will win it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Come on, come on.
Running left, it's Warren. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game. Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to shoot.
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. time. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Steelers, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.